Well, good morning. Today is Monday, October 30th, and it's time for our weekly meeting highlights. And this week it's about how to overcome craving in just 2 minutes. If it only was that easy, eh? I'm sorry about the glare in my glasses. I found out that when I get my glasses, I got to get the anti-glare because I didn't get them this time, so that's why they keep shining the light on it. Sorry about that. But anyway, we always start off with how I did. I weigh myself on Thursdays when I go to my Weight Watcher meetings, and I weighed myself last Thursday, and this is what the outcome was. I had a 0.8 gain, but I have a total loss of 48 pounds. I was expecting a bigger gain, I'll be honest with you. I had been ill with COVID the week before, and I was eating a lot of soups, which are kind of heavy in salt, and drinking a lot of orange juice, and I drank so much fluids that I'm practically lived in the bathroom. I was like floating away. But I'm feeling a little bit better. I'm still a little weak. I'm fatigued. I'm hoping this doesn't last too much longer, but other than that, I'm feeling pretty good. I really am. And I'm back on plan. I'm back watching my diet. I've never lost my sense of taste, but I've lost my appetite. So it's really difficult, believe it or not. It's difficult for me to get some food in my body. I know I have to get it in there, so I'm trying to eat a lot of healthy foods, and I've been eating a lot of protein, trying to build up my strength, but I'm just not 100% yet, but I'm getting there. Anyway, this is how to manage cravings in 2 minutes. I always tell you that the subjects always seem to hit right on topic for me. I'm not craving anything. I'm not even craving food, which is sad. I should be craving at least food to eat, but I'm not even doing that. But let's see what they have to say. Whether you get cravings for certain foods or just feel the urge to snack when you just feeling sad, they tell you to insert an emotion here. Whether you're feeling sad, if you're feeling happy, food is around everything. You have it at funerals and you have it at weddings. Food is everywhere. So you have to learn how to control your urges. But know that eating when you're not actually hungry is 100% normal, and 100% it can be changed. I am one of these people when I'm not like I am now feeling ill, but I'm bored. I think I'm going to get something to eat. How many of us do that? I do that a lot. Or how many of us look at the clock? Oh my gosh, it's 1 o'clock. It's time to eat. You're not really hungry. You haven't got a hunger cue or anything like that, but you're kind of going by the clock. I only eat 2 meals a day, but I mean, if you have 3 meals a day, you can say, well, you know what? I have to eat breakfast. It's breakfast time. Or you know what? It's lunchtime. I have to eat lunch. I better eat dinner because it's dinner time. I think that if you listen to your body cues, this week I'm trying to listen to my body cues, but somewhat I do know, like, you know what, it's been a while since I ate something. Let's try to at least get an apple down you, or let's get an orange in you, or something like that, or a banana, or maybe a hard-boiled egg, or something. But I am guilty of looking at the clock and thinking it's time to eat. I'm sorry, I just have a little bit of a frog in my throat. I do that a lot. And how many of it is just because you're thirsty, which I'm thirsty right now. A lot of us just think that we're hungry, and really, if you just had a big, tall glass of water, you'd be fine. But these are some things that you should try to get yourself out of that situation. Number 1, get comfy and close your eyes. Well, I can't do that. I fall asleep on the chair. Last night, I wanted to watch Dish with Dee because she had Wendy from Wendy's Journey on, and I had every intention of tuning in, and I sat in my chair and closed my eyes just for a hot minute, and then I woke up and I got to the last 5 minutes of the meeting because I was knocked out. So getting comfy and closing my eyes, maybe if I focus more on my breathing. If I'm not feeling well, I focus on my breathing a lot. I suffered from anxiety and panic attacks. I gauge them when I'm having one as a feeling of 1 to 10, and then I just kind of sit there and look at the clock and think, okay, I got 10 minutes. And then I just focus on something else, concentrate on my breathing, breathe in, breathe out. And it really does help. It helps in so many different situations, so I can't help but think it's going to help with food. Number 2, picture an ocean with gentle waves. Notice how they rise and fall and disappear again and again. My favorite spot is sitting on the beach. I love just sitting when we rent a cottage, we always like to get near the water because at night we have our windows open and you can just hear the water just like slapping into the shore and then retreating and then slapping into. I just love the sound of that. I find so much peace just sitting looking at the water. I don't know what it is, but it's just something that just brings me peace. And it's really like my happy place. It really is. Number 3, imagine each wave as your urge to eat. Watch as each thought, feeling, and the urge passes itself. Watch as each thought, feeling, and the urge itself passes you by. I understand that, but I think like if you think, oh, I really want to have a really want to have a ham sandwich, and then you just kind of let it go, and then just wait to see if it comes back the urge. I think I want to have a ham sandwich. I don't know what that came into my mind. I haven't had a ham sandwich, and I couldn't tell you how long. But anyway, maybe I need a ham sandwich, and maybe that's what my brain is telling me. But I can understand what they're trying to say. And then the last thing is to acknowledge and accept what you're feeling and thinking. After 2 minutes, take 3 deep breaths and come back to the present moment. I think that if you give anything 2 minutes, 5 minutes at the most, that a lot of times whatever you were feeling kind of passes. It really does. If you're feeling ill, if you're feeling tired, if you're feeling angry, if you're feeling anxious, if you just give yourself that, calm down, focus on my breathing, I think that really would make a difference in your life. I really do. In all aspects of your life, not just eating. Just like how many times that we've gotten angry with somebody and then we just right away went right off the handle and just started saying hateful things. And the things that we can't take back, but things that we didn't really mean. Sure, we might have thought them and really, but then did we really want to vocalize them out loud? Half the time I would say, no, we really didn't. We all have those urges in us to just really want to tell somebody off. But then we think about the consequences of doing that. And is it worth it in that moment to lose your cool and go crazy? So in all aspects of life, take a minute, relax, chillax, and then come back to that feeling and see if it's still there. And if it's still there, is it really something that you really got to act upon, or do you want to give yourself another 5 minutes? For the most part, you should just give yourself another 5 minutes. Let's dive a little deeper. When a craving or a certain emotion washes over you, the urge to eat can be intense, like all-encompassing, can't focus on anything else out loud. We all have had those days, I know that. That type of not physically hungry hunger, called external hunger, is a lot like a wave. It builds and builds, then peaks. But pausing to feel that drive to eat, accept it, and let it go, can help you to get over that crest and allow the wave to pass without eating. Like I said, just because the clock says it's time to eat lunch, are you really hungry for lunch? Maybe you're not really that hungry yet. Maybe you want to just take a minute to see if you're really, something hits you that you want to have like a candy bar. Is it because you're craving sweets? Is it because you're bored? Is it because you just want something to do? Or is it because you saw a commercial? I am guilty of that. I see a commercial for something and I think, I got to have that. I got to have that. Almost every commercial I watch on TV, it seems like it's about food. So it's an easy enough realization to know that you're thinking, I think I want something to eat. When you see a commercial for food, we're programmed to do that. That's why they send these commercials like that. We're programmed to want to go and purchase the item. Well, we call it surfing the urge. The more you practice this meditation, the weaker future waves might be. I think that if you really concentrate on being aware, I think being aware is the key to this, is being aware. Are you really, really hungry, or are you just thinking you're hungry? Or is it just something that kind of hits you just to that moment that if you wait a minute or two, it'll pass? How many times I've thought, you know what, I'm going to get a cookie, but first I'm going to do this. And then you start doing something else, and then you forget about the cookie. And then later on you think, you know what, I was going to have a cookie, but I forgot to have it. Well, I don't need it now. So think about things like that. External cues to eat and drink are everywhere. Yours might be a place, like your friend's house, or cocktails, or a habit. When you watch TV, you watch a particular TV show, you got to have a particular snack, or an emotion. A lot of times if you have, like, you're just feeling sad, sometimes you just think food's going to make you feel better. How many of us, all of us, I think, grew up with you, if you hurt yourself, your mother gave you a cookie. Here, you feel better. You go to the dentist. My dentist always gave us suckers. I think it was just to bring business back. But, I mean, we always got rewarded with food. Anything in life is usually a reward that has food around it. So you got to realize why you're always doing it. You can't always avoid these triggers, but you must try to. This mindfulness technique helps you decide how to respond. Sometimes that's waiting for the urge to pass on its own, and other times it might be honoring the craving. Either way, the awareness can help you better stay on track. If you're really, really craving something, and you've given yourself all the little steps that you wanted to do, and you've given yourself the 5 minutes, or you've given yourself the thought process, and all of that, and it still doesn't work, then have the cookie. Because if you pass up on it, who's to say that maybe an hour or two down the line, you're saying, I still wanted that cookie, I still want the cookie. And then you go and you have like 3 or 4 cookies. Have the one cookie when you want it. But realize why you want it. Realize that is it because you really are hungry, or is it just something that's going to satisfy you for that quick little moment? Acknowledge why you're having it, and then you won't have as much guilt, is my thought. 3 fast facts. Cravings are usually brief, relatively predictable, and most importantly, defeatable. Number 2, stepping back to observe a craving allows us to recognize it as a moment that will pass. And number 3, each time we don't eat in response to a craving, future urges tend to be less intense and subside more easily. So true. I think that if we just acknowledge that, why we're eating it, what purpose it's going to serve, how we're going to feel better or worse by eating it, and then make the conscious decision on what you want to do with that. We all have cravings. Smell sets off a craving. When I go into the grocery store, the bakery is right when you first walk in, and you smell the bakery. That's just a gimmick to get you in the store to buy the food, and it's just a natural part of life. So you just have to acknowledge what's causing you to crave something, and then decide if you need to have it at that very moment, or if you can wait. Sometimes I think most times we can wait, and I think that. Then you don't feel as guilty. I really truly feel that if you've really given it a really good thought process and you still have it, acknowledging everything that you've just already done to try to avoid it, you're going to have a little bit less guilt. At least I do. I know that for me. So anyway, I had a 0.8 gain, which not that I was fine with, but I was expecting, so it wasn't as bad as I thought. Tune in on Thursday during my daily vlog to see how I did on Thursday when I get weighed in. And then, as always, you can come back next Monday and I will let you know how I did. So how did you guys do? What do you crave? How do you avoid your cravings? I'm kind of curious. Sorry about the frog in my throat. I just woke up this morning a little bit froggy, I guess. So anyway, like, comment, subscribe, and share. I hope to see you back here next week. Check me out on my daily vlog, and as always, stay safe. Talk to you soon.